Hey, hello everybody. It's Dawn Bourget with Dawn's Creative Chalet. Today is October 19th, 2025. It's good to have you guys here as you find me in your news feed because I am a couple of minutes ahead of schedule. Go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from and all that fun stuff. I'm getting all situated here, making sure I'm where I need to be. And it looks like I'm where I need to be. Hey, we're starting off on the right foot. This is good. This is very good. So welcome. I have some fun projects for you guys today. We're thinking holidays now, which is a fun time of the year. It's my favorite time of the year. I love our holiday products. They're so much fun to play with. Anyway, as you do, come on in. Like I said, say hi. Also, if you're not already part of my newsletter, go ahead and use the camera on your smartphone. Point it or open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to the QR code, and there's a QR code reader, at least there should be, in your phone, and it will guide you right where you need to go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. It just asks for your name and your email address, and you're in automatically. It's pretty cool. I love technology when it works. But anyway, just want to remind you of that. And sometimes I do like email specials and things that only those who are on my email list will see. They're special just for you because you are a subscriber. So make sure to do that. Also, here is the link to my online store. If you see anything that we're using today that you'd like to get your hands on, you can go ahead and grab that up right at my online store. And just to mention, for any of you that do place an order of $75 or more, I have this beautiful tutorial. I'm going to get this out of order here. The bundle of the month. I know some of you are collecting this every single month, and I appreciate that. For a $75 minimum order, you can go ahead and I will send you this as my thank you for placing an order with me. And this month we are featuring for October Love and Courage. It's a set that is supports people who are going through rough times such as cancer. So there are 16 beautiful projects with videos, color photos, and all the measurements. And here is a sample of one of the cards, my contribution. There's 16 of us total that are participating in the bundle of the month. So into November, we'll change it up. So stay tuned for that. But if you haven't collected this tutorial yet, make sure to grab it up. All right. Also, on the agenda for today, in case you're looking for me in other places, I'm all over the place on social media. I do have a group on Facebook. Make sure to go ahead and join that as well. Excuse me, I had like a tickle in my throat there. I didn't want to cough. Dawn's Creative Chalet community, and then also my YouTube channel. If you have not joined my YouTube channel, make sure to do that as well. Go to Dawn's Creative Chalet and click on the bell for all the notifications as I load things to Facebook. Pearl's right outside my door with a squeaky toy, so I apologize for that. So if you're wondering if I stepped on a mouse, it's not a mouse, it's Pearl and her toy. Also my blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. There, after we're done with the live today, I will upload all of the lives. I do that over to my blog, so you can view it there or on YouTube. Also, you're going to find a link for a recipe card. Let me grab that here. It's here somewhere. Here we go. So every week I make a recipe card, as I call it. It's all the products that we've used each week on our projects. So there's a picture of what we've used. Today is number 207. 207 videos, you guys. Pretty amazing. Also helpful links for you in case you need those. And again, all the supplies that we are using today. So that's really cool. You can download it and you can shop right from the PDF. It'll take you to the links that you need in my online store. Let's see here. What else was I going to mention today? I feel like there's a lot. I'm a little brain dead. I spent all weekend with an amazing group of ladies. We craft from Friday late afternoon and through last night. I got a lot done. I have to show you guys a couple things, but I don't want to get a squirrel moment and go ahead of myself here. As far as upcoming events here at the chalet, coming up this week, I had to think about what day it is. We have our product inclusive class. Of course, it's a little too late to sign up for that now, but as we get into November, we have some really fun classes. Hey, Evelyn, hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. It's good to see you. First of all, Starbucks in November will be on the 7th of November, Friday, noon to 2. Go ahead and bring yourself, your smile, and a couple of friends. And if you don't have any friends, come on over and make some new ones. We're a great bunch. We like to meet every month, the first Friday of every month, unless it falls on a holiday. And we meet over at Starbucks, and you make a free craft. And so it's a lot of fun. You can grab a drink and maybe a treat or lunch and create with us. So that again is on Friday, November the 7th, noon to 2 at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. Also, I have Creative Card class coming up on November 13th. And it's going to be Christmas cards, of course, right? We're in that season. And that is $30 or free with the minimum order during the class. As you get into the next week, so I'm bumping things up for the product class a week ahead because of the holiday. I can't believe I'm saying this, you guys. Thanksgiving. Eek! Isn't that crazy? Like, where has this year even gone? I tell ya. Anyway, we're going to do a really fun class where we're going to make a sampler and 4 cards. There's a lot of product that's going to be included in this class. It's going to be $44, I believe. Let me see here. Yep, $44. It's going to include the 6x6 designer series paper called Christmas Tags and More. Also, the Greetings for You ephemera pack and the Christmas Greetings specialty cards and envelopes. So we're making cards with envelopes that are beautiful, and 4 of those, and then you're going to take the rest home and duplicate those. And then also an 8x8, excuse me, I can't talk, 8x8 sampler with some things. And like I said, anything that you don't use, you get to take home and recreate. The home decor piece, or the sampler as I call it, is beautiful. And whether you want to keep it for yourself or send it out early as a gift for someone to decorate and put on their mantle and on their desk, whatever it be. But it's going to be a fun class, and I can't wait to have you here. Make sure to RSVP by, I believe, the 6th of November, so I can go ahead and make sure that you have the product that you need. And before anything, heaven forbid, it may sell out. I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on things almost every single day because I want to make sure I get what I need for you guys. So anyway, hey, Sue, happy Sunday afternoon. It's good to see you. Let's see here. What else? I think pretty much that's it. I don't want to bombard you with too many dates. Also into November, I will be at the, just up the road from the chalet here, over at the Mason County Reformed Church for a vendor craft show. I can't think of the date of it. Oh my gosh, isn't that awful? I know it's before Thanksgiving. I think it's the weekend before, on that Saturday. So anyway, if you're local, somewhat local, you want to stock up on cards. I've been making in the past a lot of other little doodads, I want to call them, miscellaneous little gifty things. But it seems like my cards are what sells. So I'm not sure I'm really going to take the time to make a whole lot of other stuff and just have a lot of cards set out, organized in an organized fashion, of course, so that you can go ahead and sift through them. And I know I have a few gals that they look for me every year and they stock up on their cards for the year, for birthdays, grabbing some thinking of you, sympathy cards, all the things. So they have them in a stash and have them available when they need them throughout the year, which is kind of cool. So it's always fun to see them each year over at Mason County Reformed Church here in Scottville. I was going to say Ludington, but Ludington, Scottville to me is all one. right? Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about this for just a couple minutes. I know I've been talking about this like till the cows come home, but this is a really good deal, and I don't want anybody to miss out. And I know there are many of you who are placing orders with me, whether it's a couple times a month, once a month, in order to get that bundle of the month. I would love to see you take advantage of this. This is also partly my responsibility, my job, to make sure that I share this with you, to make sure that you get a very good deal. So right now, Stampin' Up! Is offering an amazing, crazy good price on the starter kit, or as I call it, the ultimate bundle. We have two different choices to choose from. I'm always the one that wants more. This is me. But if you want to be a little bit more conservative and then work your way up, I'm sure you're going to have a long wish list. I know I always do when this catalog comes out, right? It's beautiful. Of course, we also have amazing products that aren't in any catalog, and those are called online exclusives. We have our kits collection, so a lot of beautiful kits. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you some scrapbooking kits that I did this last weekend. I got 4 scrapbooking kits done. That totaled 24 scrapbook pages. You guys, that's crazy good. Anyway, and they're super cute. I'll show you those in a couple minutes, but you can throw any of that stuff into your cart, into your starter kit. Also, last chance items. We have a bit of those, things that are marked down in price, so you can stretch out your money even further. So the first choice is $35. You'll choose $125 of product. You'll get free shipping and a free paper pumpkin kit. Shipping, as you guys know, in itself is crazy, right? It's just the way it is. And it's not just Stampin' Up!, it's everywhere. So if I can help you, if you're ordering with me anyway, take advantage of this and then go ahead and use what's left on your wish list to start to place orders for yourself with a discount. So that's part of this whole thing. So not only are you purchasing this kit and getting a really good savings on the products that you love, the quality that you know through Stampin' Up!, but you'll automatically, immediately start to enjoy the discount that I also enjoy. So why not, right? The other choice is $99, which is the normal price of what the kit would be, which is always a good savings. But instead of choosing $125, they're going to give you $189 of product. How can you not? I don't know. It's crazy good. If you have any questions, just holler. Like I said, I wish I personally could purchase like 5 of those, but I'm already a demonstrator, so I can't. Also, Paper Pumpkin, we're into signing up for November. November is, I believe, packaging. Let's see here. Yes, it is packaging. It says makes 8 projects for each of 2 different designs. Pretty cool. So usually October, November, it never fails that Paper Pumpkin always does the holiday themed stuff. And I also, speaking of Paper Pumpkin, let me show you. I did these last night. I decided that the 5th kit was a real strain on my brain with the scrapbooking stuff. So I was pretty amazed that I did 4 of those. But I went ahead, I also took my Paper Pumpkin kit, which was a great diversion and less strain on the brain as far as cutting all those measurements. And I just think that this is such a really cute kit. So I don't know how many of you did get this kit. And remember, if you are a subscriber, you can order refills for this. I'm not sure if they're available quite yet, but I think in the next couple days, if they're not available right now. And remember the velvet back in the olden days that they used on cards and things? This has velvet on it. They're just so much fun to touch. The touchy-feely cards. So anyway, there are 3 different designs, 3 of each. They are so stinking cute. And I put this together in, I would say, maybe an hour, 9 cards, you guys. They are so cute. And they even come with the cute little sequins and the fuzzy things. So this is Joy to the World. And then the 3rd one here, I love the tree. And again, it's velvet. It's just, I don't know. They're very cool. Very cool. Fun cards. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that. I did get that done this weekend, and this is the stamp set that came with it. Isn't that cute? I love the font. So much fun. And these here, they remind me of retro, right? So you could use that not only just on Christmas cards, but on other things, retro-ish. Is that a word? It is now. Okay, so anyway, if you're not already signed up for Paper Pumpkin, you need some packaging for the holidays. Grab this up. Just sign up by the 10th of November. And the other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is this right here. The 12 Days of Christmas. So should I show you? I think I will. And I think I talked about this last week, but I just want to remind you, I checked and this is still available, which I'm really surprised about because I know a lot of us have been grabbing this up. So this is the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. Okay, this right here. And it comes with a stamp set. Now, it is $99. And you would think, oh, gee, that's a little hefty of a price for something, yada, yada, yada. But it comes with the stamp set, which is separate from the Advent calendar. Let me see if I can grab this out of the box real quick. Maybe. I've been playing with it a little bit. Truth be told, another demonstrator was making some beautiful cards, and I have just had my head in 10 different places, and I started to recreate some of the cards that she had created because I thought that they were stinking adorable. But maybe I'll show you those at another time. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the kit itself. It's good size. It's pretty big, and it's beautiful, right? And I was very careful when I opened up all the little compartments on the kit. So close your eyes if you don't want to have any spoilers here. But anyway, there's things like, what do I want to call these? Die cuts and kind of like a Memories and More card packs in here scattered throughout. Like I said, close your eyes if you don't want to see it. Also, oh, what was in there? I forgot. There is, this is something I haven't used in a while. Kind of fun to make like little drops of gold on your card. Hey, Marie. Hello. Happy Sunday. Look at these cute little shaker thingies. So for you, if you like to make shaker cards or just putting sequins on with a little bit of glue. And there's also more pretty die cuts. I'm not going to pull them all out. Some of it's got to be a surprise for you guys, right? And again, some more Memory and More type things that have a pattern in them, which is beautiful. And let's see. Oh, the dies. There are 2 different sets of dies. I call those like the postage stamp type looking. And then these dies here will coordinate with the images in this stamp set, which is really cool. So as you can see, it's not holiday themed. I mean, the outside kind of sort of is as far as the decoration of the packaging, but as far as the projects, they are not holiday related. Did that make sense, or was that clear as mud? Also, there are these little puffy stickers I haven't even played with yet, but aren't those adorable? Look at those. Oh, I love those. The colors in the stuff, the designer series paper and such are gorgeous. I did use these. These are stencils, and it also comes with a little brush in case you don't have a brush to do the stenciling. What else? Oh, the twine in 2 different colors. And the designer series paper that I've been chopping into. Not going to show you everything, but you'll get an idea on the colors. They're springy colors, not holiday. And, oh, here's some more little, maybe. You can tell I haven't gotten these out yet. There we go. Things for shaker cards, or if you want to glue them individually. I'm not that patient, and because I have these fake nails, like this stuff would get stuck underneath them for sure. But anyway, that's where your take your pick tool comes in. Yeah, so like some really cool stuff. So there's 12 different compartments on it, and even if they were valued at $5 each, do the math on that, along with getting this beautiful, it's like a double photopolymer stamp set. So as far as the cost of the $99, I feel it's really well worth it. So if you have a really good bestie who's a crafter, this might be something that you might want to give for the holidays, for the special BFF in your life. Okay, let's move on. Like I said, just wanted to share that with you. Did you hear me chuck that on the floor? Okay, let's see here. Also, the Traditions of Christmas class. So Stampin' Up! Is offering a class, which is, oh my gosh, that's coming up this week, you guys. October 23rd. I believe that you can sign up for this up to a day before, on the 22nd of October. If you'd like to watch it live, it's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 2 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. My goodness, Dawn, get your time straight. Anyway, it's going to be featuring the Traditions of Christmas suite of product. Now, I did check, the designer series paper is not available. However, they have been talking about using a substitute if you have something else on hand, or go ahead and purchase the class, and you purchase it online at my store, and this is the item number 170073. It's $30. There's obviously no tax, there's no shipping on it because it's a virtual event that you're paying for, and as it gets closer to the 23rd, so you're not going to get it immediately. Stampin' Up's going to send you the link a little more into leaning towards the 22nd, I'm thinking, because they don't want you losing that or someone accidentally deleting it, right? The link to get into the special Facebook group for this event. Now, I know some of you realize that Facebook now removes Facebook Lives after 30 days. So they're recording this event. So obviously not everybody can make it at this particular time. So you can watch it later, and then they'll also be uploading it to YouTube. For those of us who have purchased this, will get a link to be able to watch that. So anyway, if you're still wanting to be a part of it, even though part of the product is not available, it is going to be returning. So if you have your heart set on it, but you were upset because you don't have what is needed, go ahead and purchase this anyway. And then as things become available, I'll be letting you know that as well. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's something that people at home office of Stampin' Up! Are going to be presenting. And I believe one of the gals who has been in charge of the projects is an artisan, I think. So it's going to be some really cool stuff, you guys, and learning some fun techniques as well. And if you have signed up for this event, and I think I've already posted this as well, these are the other supplies that they're going to be using for the class. So if you need some help with that, let me know. But I think I have posted this, but I can post it again. Not a big deal. Also, online exclusives in the online store. And there's a lot of them that were released in September. How fun, like pages of stuff. So if you guys are not going by my online store often, you're missing out on a lot of really cool stuff. And then also going back to the starter kit, right now as a demonstrator, we're able to pre-order products that will be released in November, I believe on the 4th. And right now, if you decide to go ahead and purchase a starter kit, you could put these products into a starter kit. You'll need to contact me directly to help you out with that, but I can get you where you need to go in order to put these brand new items that have not been released. My English is really bad, that's obvious. But anyway, have not been released that you could put into your kit. So just wanted to mention that. And there is, again, a lot of really cool stuff, as always, right? And yeah, so what are we going to play with today? Well, I wanted to show you a little. So we're going to be using, speaking of Traditions of Christmas, what I wanted to use today were these dies right here. So this is like a double suite of product, and this is what the online class is going to be all about. It's gorgeous. And if you guys have not seen the designer series paper in person, you're truly missing out. And there's not a way to be able to photograph that makes it look as beautiful as it is in person. It's gorgeous with a lot of gold foil in the DSP. But anyway, today we're using these dies right here to make some really pretty cards. So let's go ahead and get started, because I think I've talked a lot and you guys are probably yawning. So let's get to it. Chop, chop. All right, get all this out of my way. So I have, I think this is the only fun fold today. And I've kind of slacked on fun folds just because I was concentrating so hard and just making sure I could show you guys all the new products. I don't know, it's a brain twister for me, right? Anyway, this card is somewhat, I guess you want to call it a gatefold card. Goodness sakes, a gatefold card. Say that 10 times fast, with a belly band on it to keep it closed. So I just thought this was really cute, and we're going to make this today. I don't want to slide that completely off because then I'll wrestle with it to get it back on there. But we're using that 6x6 designer series paper, which is called Christmas Tags and More. We're also using this beautiful real red shiny ribbon, which I absolutely love. There's not too many ribbons that I don't love. It's a lot of fun to decorate your cards with a little bow, right? So first of all, I better get my cheat sheet so I can remember all these little measurements here. We're going to start with a piece of garden green. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And I scored it at, where did I score this at? You know what? I don't even trust myself today. Like I said, it's been quite a weekend. Okay, at 2 inches and 6.25 inches. And not to say that anything was bad, because I had so much fun hanging out with those ladies. But anyway, so I scored in those 2 spots to make this gatefold card for an A2 size card, which is 4.25 by 5.5. And then also, I have a piece of basic white. This is cut at 4 by 5.25, and this is going to go inside as what I call the liner inside the card, because it just helps to, finish it off. And where did I put? There we go. I had to unpack all my stuff this morning from my little event that I went to, because I had all my tools with me there. So I was rushing around this morning trying to get motivated and unpack all my stuff. So I had everything ready here. Okay, there we go, just like that. And then we have this beautiful designer series paper, which looks like a wreath, and I think we'll do it the same direction as the sample. So the back side might look familiar to you. And we're going to stick these on like so on the front of the gatefold. And these 2 pieces of designer series paper are cut at 2 by 5 3/8. So again, I'm going to get my seal. Whoops. And stick these to the front of the card. So what have you guys been up to this weekend? Here in Michigan, it's been pretty much a beautiful fall. Ooh, I got a sticky thing on there. It decided to be a little gloomy this weekend, which was okay, because like I said, I was scrapbooking, crafting with a small group of gals. And so it was the perfect weather scenario for us to just stay inside and craft and craft and craft. And today it's just raining like crazy on and off. Oh, I know what I want to show you guys too. So I showed them to you in the book, but this is the traditional labels dies. I love all the different shapes. And what's cool, sometimes, you see things that I want to say face value, that they work with this, right? Which they do. They coordinate perfectly with the stamp set. But these are some fun generic shapes that can be used with a lot of other things. So whenever I see dies that I think I can try to think outside the box, right? on other projects that I can use them for, which is a lot of fun. So for this card, we're using this one here. I've already die cut it to save some time, but I just wanted to show you guys, this is kind of cool. So it's like a, I don't know what you want to call it. It's connected, but yet it just gives a little, I don't know, extra something something to the shape. Anyway, we're going to use that, and we're going to decorate it with this little guy here. Now, there are punch outs that have been totally designed, colored, all the things, so you don't need to do so. One of the things I'm not very good at is coloring. So I appreciate when Stampin' Up! Includes these little die cut punch out things that are included in designer series paper. So that's what we're using. We're using one of these cute little trees, and we're going to stick that on there. But I also want to grab Mary. Oh, I got foliage in here. There's a tree growing in my stamps. Do you guys do that where you cut out extras just to have them? I do that all the time. So when people come to one of my BOGO events and they're looking in my stamp cases or checking out the stamp set, sometimes they're like, oh, there's bonus pieces in here. I'm like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. Okay, Real Red ink. And we're going to go ahead and put Mary right about there. That looks perfect. And then I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. I better wipe this off so I don't get real red all over me. That would not be fun. Okay. And I better put this away. We had a discussion about photopolymer stamps this weekend and how easy they can be lost in the shuffle on our tables. Okay, anyway, grabbing dimensionals. I'm going to stick them to my die cut shape. Isn't that cute? And, oh, I forgot to get these little guys out. Let me grab those. I can find them. Let's see. I don't know where they went. If anything, we'll use these. I thought I threw those in the basket because those are deer dots that I've used on there, but we'll substitute. It's all good. We have lots of doodads, so that we don't need to worry about too much. Okay, this is a belly band. This is Real Red. This is cut at, I believe, 11 inches by an inch. So what we're going to do is, I didn't put score lines in it yet, but what I have found that I like to do is make sure that instead of leaving this in the back so that's a smooth front, does that make sense when you're wrapping it around? I like to wrap it to the front so we can hide the seam. That makes sense. And I made sure I cut it a little long so we can overlap it. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to position it right kind of sort of where I want. Just make sure you don't get it too tight because you want to be able to slide the belly band off of your card. And just like so. So we've overlapped it. Here's that little, what do you want to call it? The little crease thing. And we're going to go ahead and attach it like so with a little bit of seal. And then I want to attach this on here with some dimensionals. So let's go ahead and do that. Whoops. Can't get a hold of that thing. All right. And put this on here by centering it-ish, like so. Ooh, actually. Uh-oh. Okay, we're just going to leave it like that. I was going to say this one I did put a little lower down, but hey, it's all good. It's a handmade card. We don't stress over this stuff. It's okay. If it was perfect, then those people can buy Hallmark, right? We have something better. Okay, and we're going to attach our bow. And of course, I do need, don't forget the bling, Dawn. So let's grab these and yeah, here we go. Get my take your pick tool. And let's add, we'll add red. That'll be fun and festive. And then a couple of these little itty bitty guys we'll put over here. Like so. And there is card number 1 right there. Isn't that cute? All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next card. There we are. I love this die, and you're going to see on the stamp set that they are made to work specifically with this cute die. So they're curved just right to fit into the die, which I think is pretty clever and cool. And we're going to go ahead and grab, I'm going to take my foliage right out of here. It's in my way. I just don't want to lose those though. Okay, so Season's Greetings. And grab my block. Just to remind you guys, being that we're playing with a photopolymer set, remind you that starting in November, all of our stamps are going to be photopolymer, which means our red rubber stamps are going to be leaving us. So I have mixed feelings on it. Like, I love our photopolymer stamps because I love to be able to see right where I'm stamping. But at the same time, I love the way red rubber, the traditional red rubber stamps on paper sometimes compared to a photopolymer stamp. But anyway, there's always those give and takes, right? Okay, this is a piece of soft seafoam. We're using Garden Green ink. Ooh, and that really was a goober on my stamp. So we're gonna try that over. Clean it off there. That could have been bad news. So we're gonna go ahead. That looks pretty good. And now we can assemble our card. As you guys notice, there's really not a whole lot of stamping. They're pretty simple cards, which I like, because that's me. Simple Simon. Okay, there we go. All right, let's give you guys some measurements here. So first of all, we're starting out with a piece of crumb cake. And this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. We have our piece of Designer Series paper. This is my favorite pattern in the pack. Surprise, surprise. And this is cut at 2 by 5 1/4. Actually, no, I lied. 2 by 5 1/2, because it's covering from the top to the very, whoops, you guys gotta be able to see that, don't you? From the top to the very bottom. I also have another piece of this beautiful Designer Series paper. You guys may be familiar with that piece. And this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then we also have a pre-made bow with the real red shiny ribbon. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, and also have a linen thread, but I don't know why I have that in there, other than maybe I was going to add it to one of these other ones. I'm not sure. I don't remember. He's just a hitchhiker and he just wanted to come along. We'll set that aside till I can figure out where that was supposed to go. Oh, I love when that happens. Anyway, let's go ahead and take our seal. Oh my goodness sakes. My seal is being misbehaving today. And I'm going to go ahead and place this piece flush to the left side of the card. And then for the other piece, the 3 3/4 by 5, we're going to layer it on top. And you'll notice that there'll be a little bit of a gap on the right side, peeking a little bit of this crumb cake cardstock. And then taking the die piece that we've stamped and some dimensionals. going to put this onto our card with a little bit of dimension on it. I'm not even going to peel all these off. It really doesn't take a lot to put something on your card, right? You don't need adhesive all over everything. Unless you're building a brick house, then maybe, but not a homemade card. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, let's see here, take some glue dots. And I'm gonna give it a couple because this ribbon is a little slickery, so to speak, and I wanna make sure it's gonna stick on there. And there we go. Oh, and we need to add bling. Can't forget the bling. Let's see here. And we use red again. And like so. And there we go. There is card number 2. You guys will have to let me know which one is your favorite, okay? Because we're going to vote in the end. This card has traditional and a hint of non-traditional color in it. So it has a black card base, but we also have the traditional red and green Christmas, which I love the mix of. Let me see here. All right. All these pieces, and I'm kind of wondering why I put that piece in there. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this today? I prepared these like a week ago, so I'm like, interesting. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and give you guys some measurements. So first of all, this is a piece of basic black. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then I also have a piece, this is a little bit smaller, for the inside liner. And I think it's 3 3/4 by 5, but no, actually 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. In fact, yeah, that's for the inside, I believe. Let me take a peek. Oh, that's why that was cut. Silly Dawn. Okay, and then this piece is cut at 4 by 3. Okay. I just got a little fancy dancy inside the card. And you guys know, sometimes I just don't do that. Okay. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I really like this against the black. What do you guys think? Makes it a little more formal. Maybe that's not the right word, but okay. So let's go ahead and work on the front. I've already stuck these together. Obviously, I was daydreaming, but get my measurements here for you. Okay, the basic white is 3 by 4, and I embossed it with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And then the real red is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And we're gonna go ahead and attach that in a minute. But we also have a piece of real red, and this is cut at, let's see here. I know it's 1 inch, 4 1/4 by 1 inch. So we're gonna go ahead and attach this guy first. And about, I don't know, middle of the way down, from the top, from the bottom, whichever. And then we're gonna attach this piece on in just a minute. But, okay, I guess we're gonna work with this. And I need scissors, I think. This one I dovetailed. This one we're just gonna cut it at an angle. Much easier, less stress, right? And I believe this was a piece that's in the punch outs as well. We're gonna put that right about here. And this, you don't even have to measure it, honestly. Like I said, it was a punch out in the Designer Series paper. I'm gonna put that right about here. And this piece is 1/2 inch wide. I didn't really measure it though. I guess I should, huh? And then we'll stamp it with basic black, Memento black ink. So this is about 3 1/4-ish. So it's 3 1/4 by 1/2. And don't ask me why I'm not looking at my notes, other than the fact that I cannot read my own writing. Truth be told. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp the sentiment. 'Tis the season. Grab a block. Oh, you guys, speaking of blocks, I splurged and I bought myself some, and I think I had told you guys this is, I don't know how many months ago, splurged and bought some new blocks. But somehow they got into the shuffle of all the other blocks, and then they started to look like the other blocks, which have been beaten a bit. Apparently I'm just rough with my stuff. I don't know. But after a while, sometimes they just show their wear. And sometimes they get glue and stuff on them too. So they were looking their age, but I did get new blocks. Now I'm afraid to use those blocks, and I've separated them from the rest just because. I don't know what I'm saving them for. It seems silly, but I am. Okay, there we go. I was like, oh, I'll use these blocks for just my lives. Well, here I am, and I'm still using the old blocks. I don't know. Who knows? The silly things that I do. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead and attach this with a little bit of seal. And instead of using the poinsettia on the bird, I thought it'd be kind of fun to use a couple of other different punch outs in that designer series paper, which is the Holly and Berries and a candy cane. And I think for these, I'm going to use, oh, there it is right in front of me, my multi-purpose liquid glue. Although, you know what? Let's do a dimensional on the back of this one. And stick that on there like so. And then for the candy cane, being that's a little smaller, we'll go ahead and just use some multi-purpose liquid glue. Just like that. Looking good. And, you know, I even had a bow here, but I didn't have a bow on this card. I don't know. Maybe there was a bow. That's why it came off. Okay, so I'm like, why do I have a bow? Anyway, anywho, let's go ahead and chop the crust of the dimensional sheet. And we'll use some of this up. There we go, like so. We even put one in the middle. Peel those off. Okay. And make sure that you put it on your card right side up. I'm going to put this just a tinge more to the right because we want to add the bow. Using some of these mini glue dots. Let's see, is there another one? There we go. These darn things are so hard to see sometimes, aren't they? Let's see here. There we go. A couple of them on there for good measure. And then we'll stick that on there like so. And there you go. I don't know which one you guys like better, the cardinal or the candy cane. So that is, I believe, card number 3. All right. Onward. We have one more. This one is my favorite. So technically, this is a fun fold as well. And it opens up like so. Isn't that cute? Love it. And I love the font for the Merry Christmas. I just think it looks extra Christmassy and kind of vintagey at the same time. So let's bring out all of our bits and pieces and hopefully, yes, Good deal. I have a cheat sheet on this. So as you guys can see, I used again another piece of that. I want to call it the garland designer paper, because that's the back. This is the front. That's what we're going to use. So first of all, I've cut a piece. I don't want to lose that bow, but I need them out of my way. So first of all, I have a piece of garden green. This is, you know what? There we go. I got different instructions on it. So let's go from the beginning. Good grief. Good gravy. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 garden green. Then we have another piece of garden green, and this is 5 1/2 by 3. I've scored at 3/4 of an inch on one side. So it's going to look like that. Okay. This is so easy, you guys. If I can do this, you can too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on this little lip. And I'm going to fold it. And we're going to go ahead and middle-ish. I don't measure. That's way too much work. There we go. There you have, ta-da, a fun fold. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to use this piece, and we're going to put it on top, and it's going to hide the gobbledygook right here. I know, right? My vocabulary stinks. I get it. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and use this for the inside of our card. And, you know, oh, there it is. I was going to say, did I forget the die? So this is another one of the dies from the Traditional Labels die set. I've also cut a circle from the Stylish Shapes. And this is a punch out from the Christmas Tags and More 6x6 Designer Series paper. Isn't that cute? And I also have another, why did I obviously was going to town making bows with linen thread, but we actually need a red bow. Don't ask me. I have no clue. Okay, and then this piece of designer paper has been cut to 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. So we want to put this on to this piece like so. Let's go ahead and do that first. And this is the back side. You guys might recognize that, where they have the 2 by 3 inch squares that you can cut and use these for different things. Tags, bags, all the fun stuff. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attach this onto the front. And then I'm going to grab Merry Christmas. And they are, whoops, 2 separate stamps, which is fun because you can mix and match the fonts in this set. And let's see. I want to borrow, whoops, that block and that block. Okay, so let's get this out of the way for just a minute. And grabbing Real Red ink. And we'll stamp Mary right about there. And then Christmas. Oh, isn't that fun? I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, there we go. And before I put fingers and elbows into that, we will get that right out of the way and bring our card. Aha! I see why now. Yeah, I'm looking at the card, but yet I'm not looking at the card. Does that make sense? So we do need that. Oh, and we need a stamp for that little soft seafoam green die, and that's going to have just for you. I forgot about that one. See how I am? And that is stamped in real red as well. So we'll get that back out. I know, right? Fun folds are a lot of fun, Marie. They really are. Sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like I keep telling you guys I'm a lazy stamper. Not that I don't like fun folds. I know some fun folds are a little bit more intimidating than others. And because sometimes some of those folds I can't wrap my head around, I just kind of sidestep them. But when they're easy like these, then I'm all about it for sure. So I'm going to put this on the inside, and we're going to put it right about there. So yeah. Now, did I put that on dimensionals? I don't think I did. So it's nice and flat, so when it does shut, it's not going to pop open, so to speak. We're going to put it there, so it's like a nice little surprise as they open up the card. Now for my circle, I'm going to go ahead and attach this with dimensionals. I just want to make sure that I keep them in the middle, not on the sides, because I guess this almost covers the whole circle, but you know what I mean. You don't want to glue your card shut. That would make you very sad after all the work that you've done to create it, right? Okay, there we are. I'm going to go ahead, attach the circle, and then taking this little guy here. Let's see. Did I think I did. I used more dimensional. Surprise! Not. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attach our ornament down below, like so. This is going to hang down just a little bit more than this one, but that's okay. I kind of like this one. I don't know, what do you guys think? And then I'm going to attach the pre-made bow that I've done with linen thread and attach it with a couple glue dots. Whoops, oh my goodness, there we go. I'll say, uh-oh, what did I do now? Oh my goodness. Okay, there we are. And attach that like so. And then a pre-made tied bow with the real red shiny ribbon. And we're going to attach this bow to the top center. I'm going to add an extra couple glue dots there because obviously these aren't sticking so well with just one. Isn't that cute? And then of course we need a little bit of bling. So bring the blingies back in and my take your pick tool. And I'm going to again use red. I think we'll use this size. And then let's see here. Oh, use these little guys. These are so cute. And we'll put one even on the ornament here. And there we go. That is card number 4. So let's go ahead and bring them all back in. And then you guys can tell me which your favorite is. So we have the non-traditional with traditional mixed with the black. And then the crumb cake card base. And the other fun folds. So we had 2 fun folds today, you guys. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Oh my goodness. So I don't know, which one is your favorite? Go ahead, let me know. Thanks for jumping on here with me today. And I appreciate you guys. Oh, you know what I was going to show you? I was going to show you my scrapbook pages. Let's do that. While you're saying which one is your favorite, I'm going to see if I can bring in this humongous book. It's big. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to move my camera up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still see. There we go. Ah, there we go. It's like I needed clearance here to open up my book. So these again are scrapbooking kits. So if you're new to the world of scrapbooking, honestly, I started my whole obsession with paper crafting with scrapbooking many moons ago. And I ended up getting caught up on my pictures. I know some of you would be like, how in the heck do you do that? But my family is very small. It's just the hubs and I and the dog. So I do have a nephew and a couple of nieces, so they were my subjects, but now they're all grown and gone. So anyway, there's a lot of pictures of cards on my phone. Anyway, and I know that this is not going to fill, you're not going to be able to see everything, but you'll get the main gist of it. Maybe I can, let's see here, move this a little bit more. There we go. I have to do this all, I don't have the fancy equipment like some do. Everything's manual in my world. So anyway, just to show you guys some of these scrapbooking kits. So in case you've been wondering about scrapbooking and you're not really sure where to start, our scrapbooking kits are pretty awesome. And like I said, in the matter of, I spent, I don't know, a day and a half, and I got 24 pages done. So of course there's no pictures in them yet, but there will be. I'm working on that. But the hardest part, right, is to make sure that you have your pages made so that you do have the opportunity to just put your pictures into place, which I'm finding more freeing. I used to do it the other way, and I would make the scrapbook pages to the pictures, I guess you want to put it that way. But anyway, it seemed to be more time consuming for me. So I love to get the process done early and then just be able to pop the pictures in as soon as I'm ready. So this is the, I don't remember what the kit is called. It's our new Halloween scrapbooking kit though. And it's absolutely adorable. I love the big haunted house on this one. I think it's so cute. So in all of our kits, you make 3 2-page spreads. So that's 6 scrapbooking pages total, and they are 12 by 12 in size. And they give you all the instructions on how to cut the paper, just that you do need to follow the directions. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there's something wrong with this, but you guys, I don't know, might not be able to tell immediately unless I point it out to you. But I did orient my paper the incorrect direction when I cut it. But you know what? I decided, the heck with it. It's still beautiful. And what we're focusing on when we scrapbook is our memories, right? And our photos. So I just went ahead and I used it anyway. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. And I love it. I still love it. Probably no one else would ever even know unless you point it out to them. So anyway, here is, see here, the second kit, which I think is very, very pretty. And you guys will recognize these from other things that are on in the online store, in the catalogs, other suites of products that they decided to extend into a scrapbooking kit as well. Oh, I just think that they're so much fun. Like this one's very bright and cheerful, which is right up my alley. But then I love this one. I finally was able to get this one done. I'm thinking, I should have wrote down the names of these kits. But anyway, there's a color in here that has already retired, which is Wild Wheat, which I was always razzing. If you guys know me, have been here for a while, you know I razzed Wild Wheat, but I really love it. I actually kind of miss the Wild Wheat color, which was one of our end colors for a while. So I'm hoping eventually, maybe as we have another color revamp, who knows when, that maybe Wild Wheat will reappear into our, I don't know, main family of colors. Who knows? But anywho, they're beautiful. They're beautiful kits. And there's all the instructions for you. There's cardstock, stickers, and there's also the punch outs, I call them punch out dies. They're really easy to use. So I didn't have to color any of this stuff. They do share techniques, so if you do want to learn some fun new techniques, you can. I'm very simple. I don't need to have it exact to a T, and I just do my thing, and I go with the instructions, but I don't do anything over the top. Some people do it. I think that's great, but I'm just very simple when it comes to my crafting. But anyway, I had a ball of fun. I was so excited to get 24 scrapbooking pages done and 9 Christmas cards. So that's the magic of kits that we do have available. Get this out of the way. See if you guys voted. So which one was your favorite? Let's see. Sue and Evelyn say number 1. I think this is my favorite too. I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera back down. There we go. Good. Like I said, it's not real fancy here. But anyway, I do too. I really like this one. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. I will be here next Sunday with some more Christmas ideas. I have something up my sleeve, but I'm gonna make it a little bit of a surprise for you guys. Anyway, have a great week. And I will see you next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, if you need anything at all, go ahead and visit my online store. You guys, make sure that you get inky and make something pretty. We'll see you soon. Bye.